Alright, we're back in the video. Today, we're going to be explaining the best and XP method currently in Chapter 6, Season 3.
Hey gamers, remember to subscribe, like, comment, share. Check that description for all the other social media platforms. Now back to the video.
Alright, so it's been the same thing if we're going to be honest. I mean, it's better than it ever has been for the past chapter, and I'm scared that they're going to change it next chapter because they love changing XPs every new chapter. They love doing it. They love doing it, but I'm praying they don't. Because man, I love the XP right now. This is day 3 of the new season, technically. Yeah, this is day 3 of the new season, and I'm already level 32. And I've played maybe 3 games, 4 games match in general in this game, of any mode, doesn't matter. Save the world. We already know it. Let's get in here. Let's explain it. So, Save the World easily is. This is an AFK XP method. I just say it's the best XP method because it is. It really is. So, basically, how the XP works in the game right now is there's a pool of XP you can get. And you can get this pool of XP from, I think, almost every mode. Like, any bit of XP you get is in this pool of XP. And the pool of XP is fucking ginormous, and it ends pretty short. So, it ends in a week. I think it's usually Thursdays. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Thursdays. But this pool of XP is massive. You want to hear how many levels you can get from this pool of XP? You can get fucking 50 levels per week. It is crazy. But like I said, it's a pool for every mode. And every mode is not going to deliver you those 50 levels per week. There is one mode that does that, and we're in it right now. This can deliver those 50 levels per week because you can technically be on it all day without even touching it. Save the World, AFK, Endurances. Let me just check my quest. Okay. Yeah, so we have these Storm Shields, Save the World. I hope people know Save the World in the game. You can still buy Save the World. I want to mention that. You don't get the V-Bucks or anything anymore, but you can still buy it right here. Here's the pack. You buy Save the World, but you're not going to be able to do this immediately once you have this. You're going to have to play for a bit. I bought this. I bought Save the World back in Season 4 of Chapter 1, I think. Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. I think I bought it back then. That was a while ago. We're in that OG season right now. Speaking of it. Anyways, so we have these things called Storm Shields. This is the easiest one. It's Stonewood. Once you get through the Storm Shields, we have Storm Shield 1 to 10, right? You only need to do a certain amount of those for the quest lines. But after you get to 10, you get unlocked to Endurance Waves. And there's a max wave of 30. And this is what we're here for. So the Endurance Waves, we can go from level 1 to 30. It's a non-stop horde rush, basically, mode. And they keep coming after you in a ton of waves, 30 waves here. And it's completely AFK. It ends in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. But to set this up to make it AFK, I'll jump in here and I'll show you off what we're talking about here. But yeah, so you're going to want to unlock these. You need traps and stuff. I'll show it off. All right, so we are in Save the World. I don't know why my Unreal backplane just isn't working. We are in Save the World. This thing's been busted. The new one's busted too. Anyways, let's focus on XP. So we're in Save the World right now. So we have these Storm Shield amplifiers right here, A, D, C, and B there, and then the main Storm Shield here. So they all attack through different points throughout the waves. Like they could come through here. They could come from over here to A, right? They could go to D, right? So basically, I don't know if I have put the playlist in the description recently, but I'll try to make sure I put it in there. But there's a really good playlist on Stonewood, which is the easiest one out of all of them. This is the first one you start at, and it's just the easiest to tear through. But there's a playlist where he goes through all the different ways and different, because you can have C down there and D over there. You can have these all different places. It might be different for you than me. But he goes through all the different tunnels and trap tunnels you set up for each defense for these Storm Shields and amps. So this might not be the exact same what you're looking at here. So there's a big playlist that has all the different variations. You can even see this one's gray. I can never put this one up now but like you can put one of the amps here and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, dude, this music is really loud. Anyways, they attack you. You start the storm shield defense here. They attack you, and you can sit completely AFK because we have these things called trap tunnels that are blocking all the amplifiers at every point that they can come in. I usually make it to around wave 24, 29, 30. It depends. Some of these traps aren't like fully upgraded, so like it's mainly D. I know exactly where it is because I've just seen this, and I just never had a chance to really upgrade this because I don't really play Save anymore. Yeah, they just don't update it. But yeah, like 51. These aren't like as high. 61. Like those aren't too bad. But these aren't a high. I had like 70s in the beginning, like 61. Yeah, these aren't just as high, but you're gonna have to set these trap tunnels up. It did take me a little bit. Like obviously, like when I was getting into Save the World, this was not the ultimate goal of Save the World. Obviously, you know, it was more like buying it because I thought it was a cool thing for it. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to play that, and V-Bucks obviously when it was Founders. But this was not the ultimate goal. Now Save the World is an XP grind, and because I still have the Founders Edition, it's a V-Buck grind too, if you can get the certain right quests for it. But, yeah, so basically you set this up. If you get to around, like, wave 30-ish, you get about... If you get to wave 30, you can get about, like, 4.5 levels, 5 levels. But like I said, it's in that pool of 50 levels a week. So you can just keep running this back and back and back. Before, we would have to only do it one run. You could only get like 4 or 5 levels a day. It was good, but being able to do this just on a day like that you're just kind of near your computer, but you're like, you know, you're doing something else or whatever, or just console, and you're doing something else, you're not really caring or whatever. You set this up for 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes, go do whatever. I don't know, play a game or go somewhere, right? And then you come back after 2 hours and you're like, oh, okay, let me reset it up. And then boom, you can go do something else again. And that's the best part about this. You can even, if you have the PlayStation Remote Play app, you can use that. And it's really good to do that too. So if you're somewhere else, right, you can connect with the PlayStation Remote Play app. I think there's an Xbox one. I think there might be a PC one. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But you can do something like that and connect to it when you know like the 2 hours, 30 minutes, or just want to see what wave you're on. You can connect, see what wave you're on, and boom, you can just reset it back up from there, and then just close the app, and boom, it's going in the background. You're not even thinking about it at that point. You're getting levels while you're doing something else. Yesterday, because also another great thing about this is you can do this with other accounts too. So if you have like a friend that wants XP and he's fine with sitting AFK and you're fine inviting him to do this, you can invite his ass, start this up, you guys sit in here AFK for 2 hours and 30 minutes. You come back, you're done. He gets the same amount of XP you do. And you can just keep running that back until you both hit the XP cap for the week, which is 50. Actually, crazy. So I was doing that with my alt account. I had it set up on my PlayStation, my main account on the PC. Well, I was grinding Dead by Daylight, getting blood points for Springtrap. You can do some crazy, bizarre shit like that while this is running. It's so good. This will never be topped. This is almost as good as it used to be. This shit, when it first happened, like when I first built all this Storm stuff, it was the Doctor, or no, it was the season before that. That's when it started, and I think it was even better then. But it was the Doctor Strange season with him in the Battle Pass. You could get like fucking 8 levels per day. You could just keep going back and forth, getting 8 levels per day. It was crazy. The only reason I finished that BP was because of this, if I'm gonna be honest, because I didn't play that season. But yeah, this is such a good method. It's even better now. You can get 50 levels a week. You can bash those out within like 2 days. I think I did once. So yeah, so within 2 weeks you'll be like 100. So yeah, and I think the reset Thursdays, I'm not 100% sure, but it's completely AFK. You don't need to play the game. That's why I love this so much. I don't need to touch the fucking game. If I don't like the season, then I can pass. I do like the season. I think this season's pretty good. But for seasons you don't like at all, this is great. This is just great in general. It's perfect. I have no complaints with this. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's the best XP method. It really is, especially from the 50 levels that you can get a week. It's actually absurd. But yeah, We'll start this up. I'll show the XP amount. To just show what you get for whatever wave I end up. I could end up on like wave 30 or something. But yeah, other than that, that's really about it. We'll set this up, and I'll show you the XP amount. But yeah, other than that, that's really about it. See ya.